Arms for the poor. Arms for the poor. Arms for the poor. Just a poor miner here, sir. Arms for the poor. Arms for the poor, sir. Could you help a poor miner out? Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on, guys? What's up, what's up, what's up? I hope you guys like that thumbnail, all that good stuff. You know, it is another day, another glorious Monday, beginning of the week. We got Next Level Tech with the $10 dono. Yo, thank you, my man, thank you. I saw you up over on Red Panda's live stream there. I've seen your name come across my YouTube feed a few times. I'll have to give you my man another look. I kind of skimmed through some of your stuff. I was like, oh, so you got a little bit of crypto stuff in there, some mining stuff in there, some tech stuff, some stuff that you're interested in. I like that. Very honest. I like that. Yo, what's going on? Rude. My man Fudweiser, Crypto Nico, what's going on, guys? Patrick has to be one of the best thumbnails ever. I had to go scouring through tons of memes to find the most epic thumbnail that I could transform into my own. It was fun. It was fun, guys. Yeah, let me pull that up like that. And what's going on, Tech Moon? Mining Handle, what's up, what's up? Alex Gonzalez, he's like, awesome thumbnail, epic. So Tech Man with the let's go, Life of Rian. You think that's my new Halloween costume? Got the little pimp suit on, huh? Gonna go out and keep the pimp hand strong, right? What's going on, Jason the Tiger Osborne? What up, Gundy? Off-grid miner, yo, what's going on? What's up, what's up? State N, is the E3 dead now? Question mark. So, it's not that the E3s can't mine. I just don't know at what you have to be damn near like 3 cents a kilowatt hour total. I'm talking effective rate. That's taxes, that's line fees, everything. You gotta be like right around that 3-4 cents a kilowatt hour, period. No higher. So yeah. I would say if you got E3s like myself, I got 3 of them left. They've made theirs and some. I've had those since day one launch from Bitmain. I've got a direct contact directly to Bitmain to get my ASICs whenever I want the Bitmain's goodies. So I was, it's like I was sitting there ordering these things in, and I had a whole room filled with nothing but E3s. I had more E3s than I did ASICs. Than GPUs. Blah, blah, blah. Get that one out the right way. But I had mostly ASICs. I mean, I was like right around like 12 gigahash on that Ethereum Classic at one point in time, guys, just to show you how many of those bad boys. I had them all throughout the whole house. My furnace, my furnace in the wintertime never kicked on. I'm not even kidding. My windows are open throughout my whole house, and yeah, and it was still 80 degrees in the house. I'm like going, God, get some fans in the windows. Let's blow some of that cold air in. It's like snowing outside. I'm like the only house on the block with the windows open. But yeah, I mean, those were the good old days of mining where I almost should make a T-shirt that says, you know, I mined ETH in 2020, because like people ain't gonna believe that shit, you know, in a couple of years. They'll be like, no, it's not mineable. What are you talking about? It's like, what up, Nish? Yep. I know. Red Panda is always lurking on all of our channels if he's able to while he's doing his thing. That man is always busy, guys. So I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, like after the post merge. Now, for anybody that's new here, thank you guys for being here. Definitely smash that Lizzity like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Share this out on your favorite social media. Gets the word out to everybody, all you awesome people out there. So that is awesome if you could do that for me. Awesome. But I have been turning off rigs. I'll be honest. This is bear market. I have my mining. Me and Mikkel have our mining facility, right? So at the facility, I've got to think about what is it going to take to make sure that I can pay the my landlord and pay my electric bill, right? That is my number one priority at this point. I don't care about anything else. That is my number one priority. Because, like, if I'm going to be having you guys hosting your rigs over at my me and Mikkel's facility, I'm not going to sit there and have to have you guys worry about, am I being able to keep the lights on? Am I able to keep the landlord paid up front, right? So I've got to make sure that I am lean and mean. To me, this is the perfect time to sit there and, as an entrepreneur, set up a business. Because you're not dealing with this bull market mentality of, oh, I can just go spend here, spend there, grab loans here, grab loans over there. We're kosher. No, it's the people who buckle down during a bear market and they make themselves lean and mean. Because when they get to the other side after surviving a bear market, and you got to remember, guys, this is a double bear market for us miners, right? So with all the hash rate being like just wiped out to everywhere, if you find anything that's profitable, it will only last like that for like 0.2 of a second. Everybody's looking at the same information as you. It's not worth profit chasing. I kind of did it the other night. Some shit coin that I kind of came across. I was like, you know, what can I solo mine? I've got a big enough farm. I should be able to solo mine some stuff. So I found one. I was like, oh. I saw what the network was. I saw what I was, and I was like, I'm 1% of the network. All right, I can solo mine the hell out of that coin, right? And get up on there. It lasted like that for probably like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. And I saw the block production just go. And then by morning, it really didn't pan out to anything spectacular. So, I mean, I'm going to sit there and check out, you know, kind of spec mining here and there. But if you find anything on, you know, it's like if you're looking at 2Crypt calc, what to mine, and you pick any of them, everybody's looking at that same information. It's more just pick a project that's decent and, you know, mine until it doesn't make sense to you. So my RX 580s, they're done. My E3s for right now, yeah, they're making like 5 cents. They're done. You know, I'm not into it to make 5 cents. It doesn't. If I can sit there and pull that out of the way, because that was mining Ethereum Classic. It's like in the coin that I found the other day. It was Expanse coin, and it's an Ethereum project, an Ethereum algorithm project, and it's kind of an obscure coin. I've known about the coin for a while. It's been around, never had anything nefarious. It's just not very popular, right? So as soon as I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. I started seeing that I was able to knock blocks back. and then probably a little army of ASICs came onto it and just kind of shot the fucking the difficulty way up through the moon. And I went from making a couple of blocks in just a few minutes to I hadn't hit a block in 5 hours. I was like, oh, it's done. I was like, oh god. What? Oh, Red Panda into his house. Bro, what's up, my man? What's up? He's like all in Meow Coin. Oh my god. You and your Meow Coin. You're ridiculous, Red. Yeah, the only way that I would ever get into something like that is if I could trade it into that sweet Bizzity Vid as quickly as possible. Because right now, I'll tell you what. Want to know what is making me money? My Bitcoin ASICs. You know what wasn't affected by this merge? My Bitcoin ASICs. As much as people want to be like, oh, that's not able to be done at home. Yes, it can. You guys are running, it's like a lot of you guys have enough power at the house. Sometimes it's merely you got to wire in, have somebody wire in a quick 30 amp 220 plug near your breaker box, and call it a day. Put an ASIC in your basement. You can have a Bitcoin ASIC roaring away in your basement. Get a WhatsMiner M Plus 3030. A 30 plus plus. I'm sorry, other way around. Reverse that. So I mean, and you're looking at like 3,400 watts, and you're looking at about 108 terahash on that sweet Bizzity bit. And you know what I like about the WhatsMiner M30 plus pluses? They don't break like the S19s that everybody's having. It's like the S17's early batches had an issue with the ASIC chips delaminating and the coolers falling off and short-circuiting, bad things. Then later on, they fixed that with a one-piece cooler. Awesome. This one, now the S19s, they temperature specific. Don't run them if you think you're gonna be anywhere near 100 degrees. Turn them off. Everybody I know has been burning up hash boards on those things because they don't like to be above 100 degrees. They actually like to be right around that 90 degree marker at the high end. That's where they live life nicely. Where the M30 plus pluses, they hit and they hold right around that 110, 115ish degrees without an issue. I had them sitting in the mining facility, and the mining facility was sitting at about 119, 120 at its peak while I had it running. Now, those things, when you're running them that warm, they do have a hell of a whistle off of those Delta fans. But if you run them below that 90 degree marker, you're running them in the 80 degrees. Bro, dude, these things they're not that bad. You can hear them, but it doesn't have that Delta fan whistle. It's all about just monitoring temperature on this stuff. So if they got good temps, they don't make your ears bleed. It's not like you can't go in at the mining facility. It is mandatory because of the decibel rating inside the facility itself that earmuffs must be worn at all times in the facility. There are 15 running servers in there plus 4 ASICs. And then we have our first customer in there, and he's got another 7 servers getting set up here. We're waiting for our landlord just to finish up the last little bit of the area so that we can go and take over the next section. She's going to take down the wall in between our two areas. So Suite A becomes a whole lot bigger. Woo! So that'll be really nice to have an addition. Just kind of giving you guys an update on the mining facility. I will be going out there, guys, coming up here probably in the next couple of weeks. Maybe 2-3 weeks ish, somewhere around there. We're still trying to figure out when I'm going to be coming down there. and I'm gonna go hang out with my boy Mikkel, and we're gonna go hang out at the mining facility, put in some work over there, do some content while I'm down there in the facility, guys, and give you the tour of the facility. That I'm excited for. I hope you guys are excited for it too. If you are, definitely smash that like button for watching the facility getting built from the ground up. And if you'd like to be part of the facility, definitely get into the Patreon link down below, guys. Be in the VIP tier, be in the Pseudo Hashers tier, and you will have first access to the facility with your rigs. Facility's filling up quick, guys. I'm probably going to have to get another facility here soon. This is the best problem to ever have, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Me and Mikkel both thank all of you guys for this opportunity. We know we're going into a bear market, but if we can sit there and try to help cut some of your guys' costs down a little bit here, right? If that is our goal, is to help you guys with us. You know, we all get together, we all hash together, and we're a big old happy hashing family. That's why we call it the family mine. You see, because when you hash with us, you fam. And fam don't play games with fam. You know, we're straight up with each other. So yeah, I mean, everything's on the up and up with this. So I will hope that eventually we'll open up the doors to the public. But as of right now, there is a perk to being a part of the Pseudo Hashers, right? Not only do you get some of the behind the scenes knowledge, some of the stuff that doesn't make it into these videos, something that I'm not going to talk about publicly. I'm going to sit there and the guys behind the scenes are going to know some of the stuff, you know. I'm going to give, you know, if you guys mind that sweet Monero, if you like that privacy stuff, I can sit there and got the way to be able to turn the dev fee off on that. Super easy, but that's something that I leave in the Patreon section. And then there's a perk that goes along to the mining facility, but it's only up until we open our doors up officially to the public that this offer ends. And you won't know about this offer until you go in there, right? So if this isn't for you, then I understand. That's cool. That's cool if it is, and you want to take advantage of it. It might be beneficial for you to be an early adopter in this. Just saying. Might be beneficial. All that good stuff. Yo, what up, Crypto Craig? What up, Chump Change? What up, D Mining? Off Grid Miner, what up? Golden Wolf. And then we got the Gwafer. Man, I can't even pronounce your name, bro. I'm just gonna call you Gway. Arr. So what's going on, everyone? So I mean, that's pretty much what I got going on with the facility. Pretty much we're just waiting on our landlord to move out of this little section so we can continue building. Because I've just with bringing my stuff over to the facility, I've still got. So think of it this way: I've got 3 A6. I have 3 E3s off. I have 3 more. What's Miner M30++ is not running. I've turned off a 3080. Not 3080 rig. A 380 rig, an RX 380. They're Asus Strix ROGs. Those are off. So I got a bunch of stuff that's not off, and I have still tapped out my side of the building of power without having to add in more, which I'm sure I probably could. But yeah, I definitely want to get on the other side, because on the other side of the wall, I have 3-phase power. And 3-phase power goes so much further. I have a few hundred amps of 3-phase. So I'm absolutely. It's like nobody can spell it. It's all right. It's like Gwafer Luches. It's almost it looks like a German word. It gives me that very Germany essence. What's your name, my man? Like Bitcoin, Bitcoin, my kingdom for Bitcoin. Yeah, and it's like a lot of the price action. It's like makes me hungry. Not sure why. Oh, too funny, too funny. I mean, so hopefully we can get the facility up and going. If we run out of room for you by the time we open up the doors to the public, it's okay. Me and Mikkel will immediately be looking for a new place. So just because you don't get in a round 1 or 2, right? I mean, once we open up the doors, basically what we're going to do is we're going to take in a waiting list. So once we open up our doors officially, we will take people's rigs in one at a time, one client at a time, until we know we kind of maxed out an area. And then we just start backlogging everybody that's on the waiting list. And then as we get the next location, we start going through that waiting list and we start calling you guys. And once we fill out the next location, everybody gets backlogged until we get the next location up. And basically what we'll end up doing in the long term will be decentralizing all of our hash rate, guys. Boom, right? and guess what? You guys have full control of your rigs. I don't need, the only thing I need is just access to it so that I can do maintenance on them, turn them on and off, reboot them. If the overclock is too excessive, it's like if you end up overclocking it and it's too excessive and I'm rebooting it all the time, I'm going to sit there and put an overclock on there that I know is going to work and is stable. They don't call me GPU Jesus for nothing, guys. You could call me Doc, kind of like a GPU tuna mall. So usually I can get the lowest wattage used for the maximum amount of hash rate. I would rather sit there and lose five hash of whatever coin you're running on, whether it's 5 hash here, 20 hash there. If I'm able to get it to become stable, and I'm utilizing, let's say, 5 watts less, or I'm using 10, 15 watts less, and it's now staying on all the time, and you're just losing half of 1% of your hash rate to make sure it stays on. Because the way I look at it is, if it turns off and on, that's a full percent you just lost. That's mining time that the whole rig just turned off on. Just because one card was unhappy, whatever it may be. So my goal is to make sure that we have a 92% or better average on rate for everybody in the mining facility. What takes away from that is going to be rig maintenance. I'm going to be turning people's stuff off once a month and dedusting them. If any of them are having any kind of heat problems, it's like we can sit there and quickly address all of these little issues, and all of this good stuff. And that's what part of your hosting fee is going to be. So you could be looking at basically to put your rig on there on our shelves. Each rig's going to cost you $5 on our shelf, and then plus your electric. And then if there's any kind of meltdowns of any sort due to just a failure of a device or something like that, if it's something that I can replace, if I can repair it in house, I can address it that way. If there's warranty on there, we can send it out for RMA for you. The first thing we'll do is, if we have any kind of issues, we get a hold of you, we let you know what's going on. And by the time I've gotten a hold of you, I've probably already looked in to make sure you've got warranty on there, because if it's got warranty, out it goes. I'm not playing with your warranty. I don't want you to have any issues moving forward with your rigs. Brand new equipment, GPU wise, 3-year warranty on everything. So might as well play with the warranties if there's any kind of issues. It does happen, guys. I've seen my fair share of stuff in the 5 years that I've been in this field, right? Well, it is German. Translates to crafty links. Man, you are full of energy, really pleasant in this after merge dark days, changed with negativity from everywhere else. Yeah, I mean thank you, my man. Thank you. You got to look at the positive. I've been warning everybody about this, that this was going to happen. We've known that Ethereum was going to go over to proof of stake since day one, right? So why be there's nothing to get pissed off at Ethereum for this. Absolutely no reason to get mad at them. They already had basically stated this was their end goal. We can get mad at them for the EIP 1559 because that was a change in the way that they were paying for security. That I can get angry with them. That was a cheap shot to the miners. Yes. But as far as the merge, that's not their fault. It was inevitable to happen. They'd been twiddling their thumbs trying to roll this out for over 5 years. So about time. I'm glad it worked. I'm glad nobody lost their money. That is above all what it's really about at the end of the day, is making sure that, most people haven't lost their money. What's going on, Angel Eyes? It's time to dust off my S9s, LOL. And if you have a few S9s, stay tuned. I plan on doing a video where I turn an S9 into an S10. Oh. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. Bitmain didn't sell an S10. No, they did not. So stay tuned. I'm going to be basically combining 2 S9s into 1. So I'm going to be able to basically, and you can sit there and put it into low hash rate mode or into high hash rate mode. And yes, 2 S9s into 1, making the S10. Is it any better than the S9? We'll find out. Stay tuned, guys. So I'll be putting together the hash boards. I have them here. I mean, not the control boards. So I'll be soldering all this bunch of equipment onto the hash boards so that I can, because the provisions of the hash boards, the control boards, for the hash boards, only allow you to plug in 3 hash boards. I'm going to put the rest of the provisions in to make it to where I can plug in 6 hash boards. And it looks like it should just plug and play and work. So that's what I'm hoping on. Get it together on there. So stay tuned with that. It will be epic. Epic. Be the first time I've ever kind of done a hot rod modification on an S9, guys. Reuse and repurpose. It's like, we all knew the other coins couldn't take all this flood of hash rate without collapsing profits. That is true, Techman. I told everybody that, it's like you're gonna be making decisions here. You're gonna make a decision that you're going to support your favorite coin, whatever that coin is. You're gonna be chasing the diminishing profits of what little there is for the 0.2 of a second it exists. You're just gonna mine whatever is the most trendy, and no matter where it kind of bounces up and down, you're gonna mine it at a loss, or you're just turning your stuff off. I've gone. This is my second bear market that I'm going through. This is the first bear market that I'm going through setting up a business. So even economically in the rest of the world, and all markets are having issues. And here I am, foolish enough to be an entrepreneur in this market, trying to set up here. So that should tell you guys there is hope, right? I'm trying to set something up for all of you guys too. So come one, come all. The family mind will be welcoming everyone. It's just, I'm going to have some growing pains here. I have no investors. It's just me and Mikkel. And my man Mikkel is already running ragged. As soon as we've got enough profits coming in through the mine, I might be coming down to moving out by the facility here by next year. Depends on how everything goes. My wife's a nurse. The girl that she takes care of might be losing her nursing from the state, which means that she's going to lose her nursing job that she has that's close to the house, which would mean that the office that she works at is further away. Most of the clientele is going to be about an hour drive with the gas prices and stuff like that. It's kind of not worth it. At that point, it's like there's nothing holding us here except our friends. It's like, as much as I love my friends, I have to make sure that I put, I keep a roof over my wife's head. I keep food on our table, and I got to make sure that my business partner and his family have all the same provisions. And at the same time, providing all of you guys an awesome service. So, that's pretty much what we'll be doing moving forward. Stay tuned with all that good stuff. This is, even in a bear market where everybody's losing money, just remember, everyone else is losing money too. So don't freak out. Dollar-wise, you are losing. Satoshi-wise, you are still winning, right? So it's like you're just not getting as many Satoshis as you used to. Hard to say what would have happened if Ethereum would have flatlined, right? Would there have been this GPU mining boom? Hard to say. Would we be still in the same situation if Ethereum hadn't gone before EIP 1559, where people were making $30,000 a month mining Ethereum back in whenever Ethereum peaked in the $5,000 range, right? Hard to say. I would hope that we would still have had a nice linear growth. I don't think that it would have hit so hard. I think it was because of Ethereum's prolific rise in price and profitability and mining wise, it made this big boom cycle in mining, and now we're seeing the bust, right? The bust cycle is going to hurt us all. It's going to sting. It's like putting duct tape on plates of hair and going... It just pull it one time, it only hurts once. But if you go... It hurts more than once, and that's you trying to chase profits when there's really no point. Really no point. I'm going to be sitting here, checking out this coin. Not so much because I believe in the project. I just want to see what my machines will do on their in their ecosystem mining, right? So definitely, drop comments down below after the video of coins that you might like to see me test out on. I got 1070s, 1070 Ti's, 1080 Ti's. I got them all the way up to 3090s. I don't have any of the 20 series. But if there's a particular card, I can probably get a card that's an equivalent to it, or the card you're trying to find, and we can sit there and knock back some hash rate on there and see what I can do tuning these cards up, maybe help you guys out for whatever projects that you guys choose to support. I'm not going to tell you what to support, right? But I will certainly tell you, help you out with that tuning process. And that's also one of the perks you get for joining the Patreon, guys. If you join the Patreon, you get some one-on-one action with yours truly, and I'll help you out with your rigs, get you set up, going the right way. I've done it many, many times before where I've helped out people where their rigs were running and they were running stable. And then I go, they were like, how is everybody else more efficient than me? I help them with their overclocks, and I take off 400 or 500 watts off of their rig. And these were with the 1080 Ti's. I was able to shave big power off of it, and the guy just went all over the place. That we both hung out mutually, sitting there praising me, going, "This guy knows how to tune GPUs. Oh my god!" It was awesome. It's like when you see stuff like that, it makes you feel good, my man. I'm just saying, it hits that feel good button inside you, because you're like, I helped somebody, and they were so gracious about it. That is awesome. It's one thing I love about this community. So many people are like so gracious whenever you help them out. Yep. Jason, stack those Satoshis. Funny thing is how ETH is bragging about power saved. No one saved it. Went to other projects. Yep. They did not. Well, yes and no, Tech Man. Yes and no. And the reason why I will say yes in one hand, they save power, and the yes comes from not all the ASICs turned back on after the merge. There was more ASICs on the system. Not all the hash rate is accounted for. So a lot of these ASICs that were out there in the wild, they're off until price action comes back to where it's profitable. These big mega mines, they're not out there to destroy coins. They've got the machinery. It's going to sit off to the side. They know something's going to come back up onto that project if they want to have ASIC security. Anything built on Ethash at this point, Ethash or ETC hash, is going to have ASIC protection. And that is the best protection. So now it's just a matter of what coin is going to come out onto those algorithms that's going to provide value, that's going to make these ASICs come back out of hiding. So in the one aspect, all these ASICs are off. So in that aspect, yes, they save a lot of power by doing that. The other half, you are right, because you have all the rest of the hash rate that got redistributed, and that was all the GPUs, and everybody knew that was going to be the thing, and they were wondering how much hash rate really was in Ethereum that was going to get redistributed. Well, we see it. It was like about 400 terahash, right? Or no? Yeah. It was like 400 terahash got redistributed. That means the rest of that was ASIC. We're talking, what are you talking about? That's 800 terahash of ASICs that did not come back on, because ETC hash would have shown a 1-to-1 relationship to the hash rate. And we did not see all that extra hash rate come on. We saw the hash rate come on to ETC up until the point of no profitability. And then you saw the rest of them just, nope, I'm not doing anything. So that's what we're going to be basically dealing with moving forward, So, yeah, once somebody's figures out what to do on Ethash or ETC hash that provides value, we'll see all the ASICs come out of hiding. Now, the other thing that I agree with you, Tech Man, which is they did not save any power. Now, here's where I 100% agree with Tech Man. So, yes, we're hash rate wise, we knew the GPUs were going to move. So they didn't save any money there, right? All those GPUs will be on and running. If not mining, it will be gaming. Then we're going to be seeing all of Amazon servers. So Ethereum just basically centralized the shit out of themselves. So now they're mostly on Amazon Web Service, some on Hetzner, but they weren't supposed. I don't know how they're moving forward with that. I don't know if they're letting them spool up the nodes on Hetzner, but Hetzner said that they were not going to allow it. You've got Microsoft servers, and maybe a few smaller obscure server farms here and there. But each one of these server farms are either going to be doing industrial cooling fans, or the majority of them are doing AC. They're recirculating AC in systems in there. So you're talking about just massive amounts of cooling, and plus all the server arrays that are in there. So they're just basically going, well, it's not our power that we're burning now. Now you get to take. It's basically like a 3-card Monty type of deal, where they're like, well, power usage here is on proof of work is bad. Power usage from the server farm over here is bad, but in the middle is Ethereum, because if you were to take price per validation, it's next to nothing for Ethereum to secure it. But as some of the devs have said, this is for the rich people now. And that kind of goes into some of the other stuff that I have been seeing here. Let's see here. Do I have the article pulled up? Yeah, here we go. All right, so, but here it is. We have Ethereum proof of work suffers a, this is just the proof of work suffers. This is the fork that I told everybody to stay away from. They suffered a replay attack, and this goes to back to the main chain, guys. So be careful with that. I pulled up the wrong article, but that's okay. But you're gonna sit there and see that coin is going to have issues. So I told everybody in the beginning, stay away from that hot mess over there. That the ETHW is having the issue that they're having is that the bridge doesn't have a cutoff from when it went to proof of stake. So people post proof of stake are also claiming ETHW tokens. So they've already the coin is already doing its death spiral. So if you've got anything in there, certainly kind of think about cash it out. You might want to do that, guys. No, close that. I do not want that. I said close. There we go. So, but yeah, ETH has been dropping in price here, and it's I think some of the ETH dropping in price has to do with their Tim Belko, what he was sitting there and saying that everybody had it wrong, that you were going to be able to do your staking withdrawals. He had stated that there was no timeline, period. Not that it was Shanghai. You had a lot of different outlets and you had different exchanges pushing the narrative that it would happen in Shanghai. Tim Belko had sat there and stated on Twitter that there was no official merge date on here. And here is the article. And you guys know where my thoughts are on Cardano, right? It's a fucking shit coin, a scammy ass fucking shit coin that of somebody that works with government officials. He is a self-preservating shitcoiner, where he basically went to the special congressional meeting and talking about how his consensus model is far better than proof of work, and saying that proof of work should be regulated and stopped, giving the government, the EPA, and the energy companies something to stand on. Like it's mining's fault that the electrical grid is inefficient. But I digress. Different topic, guys. But what he was calling out, he's like, Ethereum is becoming the Hotel California of crypto. Now, if you guys don't know the song Hotel California, you can go ahead, open it up in another tab. It's a great song if you haven't heard of it. I grew up listening to it. I'm an old fart. Okay, I have gray hairs. But he's like, and for, somebody had tweeted out, and for the record, Ethereum withdrawals are not scheduled for Shanghai. There is no ETA. Key developer is not happy that exchanges and others keep stating otherwise. Source their Discord. Micah, I strongly disagree with this. Every single piece of documentation and publication we put out there made it incredibly clear that withdrawals had no ETA. Now, this isn't for the user base. Like, if you have Ethereum, on ramps and off ramps will operate as normal. This is for the stakers. He's like, I'm not suggesting we would never implement withdrawals. So now he's backpedaling that, we'll do it. We'll do it someday. Just like proof of stake took them 5 years. What? It'll be like 10 years. We got to do a double effect on here. I don't see this. There's significant urgency. So if somebody needs their money back, that's not urgent. Wow. I think there's other things far more critical long-term health of Ethereum than stakers being able to withdraw in 2023 rather than 2024. He's like, he just kind of goes on with this stuff. He's like, stakers are, by definition, wealthy people. He's basically stating that he knew that the rich people were the ones that got in on it, and they're seeing everything fundamentally long-term. It's like 32 ETH times 1,500. Do you have that laying around? I know most of my buddies are lucky to have $1,500 in their savings account for an oh shit moment, let alone having enough to buy 32 ETH. That, by definition, puts up what I like to call a paywall. So they knew they had a paywall that was either going to be long-term miners, long-term holders, or very wealthy people. Why? Because all three categories makes them very wealthy people. And they knew this. So by design, they knew that they had no desire to make this available for withdrawals. Unfortunately, the staking pool spooled up and locked up the working class plebs like me and you. They locked up their Ethereum, permanently. Now they're struck, and you're talking retail, and this is why. This is where the mindset of your more wealthy people go. This is why we only should let accredited investors get involved with this stuff, because retail's stupid. Not that I say retail is stupid. I would say retail is misinformed on the tools that they're using. All of these investment areas are just tools at the end of the day. So people need to realize what the tool is that they're looking at. So if you're looking at staking with Ethereum, it means that you're looking at that tool for a long-term usage, right? You're looking at the little pennies that you get from your staking is gonna turn into millions on the other side, right? That's pretty much how your big investors are going to be looking at. They're going to have 4, 5, 6, 7 nodes spooled up, and they're looking at a 10 to a 30% return. That ain't happening anytime soon. So with that being said, then they already know that to their big investors, this means nothing to them. You got to remember, their early investors were also the people who put set the nodes up early too. For that pre-mine. So now they're sitting there artificially deflating the prices on there by with the burn feature. But there'll be a point where that burn feature will set the price of Ethereum so high that it's not attainable anymore. And at that point, they're going to have to reverse course and let it become inflationary. So they're going to be kind of playing with this like inflationary, deflationary bubble. We'll see how this works for them long term. A lot of people have their doubts. Plus, a lot of people are kind of starting to abandon shit now, from what I am seeing. They do not like the route that Ethereum is going. Does this mean that Cardano or Ethereum Classic or Tron or Neo or any of those are going to start pumping. No, it does not. It might be the little kick in the pants that a lot of these little projects need to actually just do their own thing, break away from the mothership, and stand on their own. Either that, you're going to see these projects combine together and make a better project, combining. That's my hope. I hope some of these projects be like, okay, you guys got a cool product here. You have a cool product here. You know what would be cooler? If those two products got together and had a baby. That baby would be amazing, right? That's what I kind of want to start seeing. I'm hoping this bear market brings projects together versus driving them apart or killing them all off, right? We need more development in this space for sure. And I would hope that people would do it more towards Bitcoin, but I understand that people are also going to play with other technologies too. What up, Vincent Gallo? Power usage from mining equals insignificant. Powering a new financial system is a good use of power. It's an achievement that should be awarded. Decentralized financing consuming less power than its traditional finance. Correct, Vince. If stakers want out, collateralize STETH and sell for USDT. As long as it goes down, no issues. If ETH spikes, liquidated ETH will create cash flow gap until the STETH can be unlocked. Very bad things. Yes, and that's the gambling side of it. I mean, you're basically you just perfectly explained the gambling aspect of being in the shitcoin market, where if it was a true financial system, there would be no gambling and no arbitrage on the network. And that's where Bitcoin has some of its issues. That's where gold has some of its issues. And that's also where the US dollar has a lot of its issues. So, I mean, it's not perfect. You're just trying to pick the right product that has the tools that fit your need. And I agree with you 100%. Providing security for a decentralized finance is the most responsible thing that we can do with energy. I measure like society's growth in how well that they can provide energy, and and each one of these governments with their green agenda trying to take away the energy is going to set people back a lot. This is going to be like the dark ages. Patrick, damn, I think Panda forgets about more miners than I have in total. Oh man, I got a whole bunch of them not running. I'm no better than Panda with that either. Like I sit there and I have GPU sitting on the floor not running. I have ASIC. I have 5 ASICs not running. I've got eight more GPUs at the facility not running. Is this bear market killing me? No. Am I gonna mine through it? Oh yeah. I have to keep a part of the farm up and operational, due to the fact that I need to make sure that the overall power usage, my 24-hour demand stays as high as humanly possible to keep my rates low. Otherwise, you guys that are going to be mining with us will not be able to benefit, because we will not be able to charge you low power. We're basically going to be telling you, hey, look, it's 15 cents a kilowatt hour, and that it is what it is, and that's me making zero off of it. I couldn't consciously tax anyone on power usage if I'm sitting there, it's 15 cents a kilowatt hour. I couldn't make any money at that point off of the power side of it. No way. Vince, yes, it should be seen as incredible that we only use 0.01% to power decentralized finance. It's the most efficient use of energy we've ever seen. People just need to remember energy is a resource. 100% true, Vince. 100. I couldn't agree with you more on that. And all these governments are basically, when they're going with their energy movement thing, they're basically picking on the low hanging fruit, right? They're just picking an industry that they're like, well, shit, this is competition to us. Let's sick everybody out on this. These people here are the enemy now, right? And not realizing that Bitcoin is the storage of electrical energy that you can deploy at any point in time, anywhere, at any time. That's one of the things that attracted me to Bitcoin in the first place, was the fact that it was the most responsible thing I'd ever seen in my life that nobody has control over. Maybe that's why it's so perfect that, no government can sit there and say, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Because you hear that phrase at any point in time, run. It's like, hey, Jason, it's like you're going to miss out on all the heat come wintertime. So, I do have 4 rigs here. I have all of my kingpins here, which those are going to be fucking baller money here soon. I have the last generations, the 3090 kingpins. They're not the TIs, but they are 3090. So I'm going to consider those the last gen for the kingpins, guys. So they are collectible at this point. I've got a bunch of 3080s here. I've got a 6800 XT. I've got a couple of A2000s here. So I'll still be able to generate heat. And it's like, and I tried to keep my rarer cards here at the house. So I've got 3 kingpins. Those stayed here. I've got the MSI Supreme X. That stayed here because, man, I don't know anybody who really... I don't know too many people who were able to get their hands on an MSI Supreme X. I've got my Asus ROG Strix 3080 Ti. That's in my daily driver. But yeah, I mean, a lot of what I have that I kept here were more rarer stuff. But we'll see how the next generational hardware is for NVIDIA, even though NVIDIA seems to be shooting themselves in the foot by pissing everybody off. But it looks like, I think NVIDIA is going to be sitting there and moving forward doing what Apple does, which is just kind of controlling everything, making everything in-house. I don't think NVIDIA wants the partner program anymore. That's what I would think. I think at some point in time, they're just going to drop it all together because you see how the Founders Editions, they're already undercutting all the other AIB partners. That's a big middle finger right to your AIB partners. And that's where EVGA was like, I've had enough. I'm done. This is blatant disrespect. So, yeah. It's like golden. After that, I will turn miners on to heat the house. I don't care if I'm mining at a loss. These miners are going to provide more heat than the electric charge will be cheaper than the gas charge, right? I know some people that's going to be the truth. I might even be thinking about, maybe building a couple of open air rigs here at the house and scatter them through my house so that I don't have to turn on my heat this winter either. They'll push the 40 series for as long as possible until they can't sell the current gen cards at the highest price. If you went to the quarter 2 in NVIDIA's earnings report meeting, Jensen himself specifically stated that they are now flooding the market with NVIDIA cards to artificially drop the price of current gen stuff before the next gen stuff comes out. This is a take. I covered this a few videos back, where I was looking at the minute report from all the notes from the meeting. Everything that was said was right there in front of me. And he stated specifically, he's like, outside, he's talking about all of us influencers and how we basically help push these things at higher prices. And they were holding back inventory, and that now they're releasing inventory so that they can drop the prices before the 4000 series drops. So, yeah, NVIDIA has been doing basically that's anti-consumer practices. If you really think about it, that is 100% anti-consumer practices. And is anybody going to sit there and call out this mega corporation over that? Probably not. Because, the stock shareholders are going, oh, thank you, you made us money, right? What up, Crypto Tech? He's like, I love my A2000s. Vince, LL, the minute show, we are actively manipulating the markets. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you go in there, if you look at it, Dave Jensen, he's like, we are now flooding the market to drop the price. Translation: we are manipulating the price by artificially increasing and decreasing the price due to pulling inventory back or releasing it. It is some absolute garbage what they're pulling here, guys. Something that I definitely do not agree with. As much as I like AMD CPUs, I'm running on a Threadripper. I love AMD's CPUs. Their GPUs have been lackluster, but the stunt that NVIDIA is pulling now, just kind of makes me want to go, you know what? I think this NVIDIA card that I have in here will be the last time I use NVIDIA in my personal PC. I will be making the switch over. I have it in there right now. I'm going to run it until I have to upgrade it, right? But I don't think I'll be upgrading into an NVIDIA after this. This is like kind of anti-consumer, anti-competition. They're basically pulling in the same stunt that Apple pulls, and I don't approve of it. And whenever I don't approve of something, I might not be a big voice, but I vote with my dollars. That's the only thing we can do as a consumer is basically, hey, I don't like something, you vote with your dollars. Don't buy their garbage, right? That's the only resource we have as consumers to send a message. Is us influencers have to basically publicly state our disapproval of what they're doing, and then all the consumers need to show in through their pocketbook of where they're going to put their money at. And it's not going to be with a company that's going to abuse them. I mean, that's basically how I look at Apple. Apple abuses their customers, NVIDIA, there is no creativity, no innovation, no fun, in my opinion. It's like, yes, it's the Apple doctrine, exactly. I know, right? Exactly, guys. So, definitely kind of keep your eye out for what they're doing on Ethereum. With them sitting there pulling stupid stunts. Basically telling everybody that, oh no, we don't have any timeline when you can unstake your stuff. So hopefully none of you guys stake your stuff, because if you did, there's no roadmap to get out of it unless you can figure out how to arbitrage your way out of it. Outside of that, be careful with that stuff, guys. And then one last thing before I head up out of here, guys, something that we also need to kind of pay attention to. This is like one of those things where you're getting a little piece of what goes through my head whenever I'm like looking for new technology or something innovative or something weird, right? And this one is going to go into that scratch your head moment, right? Why Amazon was chosen by the European Central Bank, the EU, central bank to develop its digital euro. Yep. The digital euro is coming. They've already released the digital yuan, which is a digital tracking coin that tracks all your payments and purchases, and they can turn on and off your bank account with a flick of a light switch. If you think anybody outside of China would not do that, take a look at what Canada did to its people. Anybody that approved of the donated to the protests of any sort had their accounts locked up by their central bank, right? This is just a way to be able to do it faster, more efficiently, more centralized. So be careful with these digital government tokens are means of surveillance. Oh, I don't like what you said about me yesterday. That'll be a $5,000 fine. Now you have to work in order to earn money. You have to now work for the government for the next 4 months. You'll own nothing and be happy. That's basically what they're doing here. So definitely try. If you're in Europe, try to boycott this hot steaming pile of garbage. Digital tokens are government slave coins. This is worse than the paper currency that they are currently issuing, because then they have full control of the people. Talk about good the enslavement of a population. He's like, Budweiser, I'm Chinadian. Oh my God, I'm stealing that, Budweiser. I am stealing that. Chinadian. Oh, that is hilarious. Yes. Yes. Hey, Vince. Like, I remember seeing an old video where you were using server cases years ago. Now octominers are all the rage. Where do you get the cheap but goody cases? Yeah, exactly, Vincent. It's going to be Amazon back fiat. And as far as your question, I don't have any cases for sale right. I have cases. I have like 30 some odd cases at the facility. So, maybe we can talk later. DM me in Discord. Links to the Discord is down below. It's like I got a few cases. We tend to try to keep them for clientele. For the mining facilities. So, I mean, if you were wanting to send your stuff to the facility, we can definitely slap everything into a server case. Otherwise, yeah, DM me. We can talk about that. Because, like, the old cheapies, they're hard to get your hands on. I basically had to do a gigantic bulk order. And all of mine are all used cases. But it's like I'm just grabbing it wherever I can grab. It's like I had to grab like, what is it? I grabbed like fucking 40 server cases all at once. Yo, what up, big Rome? Ever hear of Satima? No, I have not, my man. I have not, big Rome. So, anybody else got any other comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? Thank you, everybody who's here. You guys are awesome, dude, for being here. Thank you for showing me a little bit of love, guys. Yo, definitely smash that Lizzie like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you made it this far. If you haven't, I mean, if you made it this far, you definitely think I'm like either cool or something, you know. Share this out on your favorite social media. Hit the bell notification. All that good stuff helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. I do these shows Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time every day. Come here, get a little bit of that news on. Typically, I'm either doing electronic repair, I'm doing miner reviews, doing coin reviews for proof of work. Not that I'm sitting here telling people what coin to get into, whatnot. Sometimes I'm just showing people, enough people ask me, hey, how do you set this miner up? I can't figure out how to get this to work. I will be doing a tutorial on how to set up a Monero miner on the Steam Deck, guys. Bro, have you ever seen Monero run on a Steam Deck? I'll give you a hint, guys. It only runs 20 watt. It's like 19 and a half watts when it mines. That's awesome. That's awesome. So definitely, check out what I've got going on. I try to change everything up. Wednesdays, I usually do like finance stuff. So if you are trying to figure out not so much what to get involved with investment-wise, but trying to understand the macro. Why did the whole market just take a crap, right? I'm not going to tell you, oh, this is a good buying opportunity, this is a good selling opportunity. That ain't my cup of tea. I would rather sit there and teach people why it is, where the fundamentals of why they lost money in the investments that they are currently in. Like for me, the Bizzity Bitcoin. Why did my investment take a shit? Well, you could take a look at all the macro environments and kind of take a piece out and go, okay, this is the catalyst that started all of this. Little deep dives. I will be having my man Jay from DCA Adventure, who will be on there talking macro with me this Wednesday, guys. Yo, so if you want to check that out, I will be having a special guest, my man Jay, the Weatherman. He does a lot of crypto trading stuff. That's what he does. He's the guy that if you want to know good buying opportunities, good selling opportunities, where you need to put your stop losses are so that you don't just lose, you don't bet the farm. He teaches you how to navigate the waters a little bit better than me. I'm the guy that zooms out and goes, this is the big picture. And that's what I'd like to teach people, is that bigger picture, guys. So if that interests you in any way, shape, or form, definitely check that out on Wednesdays. Otherwise, the rest of the week, it's usually me just kind of going over tech news or me doing something with part of my farm in some way, shape, or form. Yo! So with that being said, let's see here. Like favorite bud, LOL. It's like I got a Steam Deck, nice big room. So I'll be doing a tutorial on how to mine with the big room if you're interested. Fudweiser, talking some macro is good for you. Yeah, it's like Techman Pelosi bought Nvidia stock, making sense now. Oh yeah. There's a lot to go over this Wednesday, guys. Yo, we're gonna have some zingers with my man Jay. We'll be going over stuff like that, Tech Man. We will definitely be going over stuff like that. Ooh, these times we live in are most interesting, and what those interesting times, they do come to an end every once in a while. It's like, I would like to see Nemesis try and get a PlayStation 3 to mine crypto. I could do that too. That's actually easier because I can put Termux onto the PlayStation and do that. All of them can do that because they got internet connections now. You're good to go. All I need to have is Termux. And I could pretty much put it on. I had this bad boy mining. that was funny. This thing I had mining, and I got 500 hash a second on Monero, and the backside would get hotter than blazing shit. It's like zingers. I love zingers. Yo. It's like I thought her husband might have been another politician. No, no, nope. Pelosi's husband is just, the local drunk, that crashes his Porsche and damn near gets away with it. I guess it has a perk of being in the government cartel, Oh, yo, Kunda bits. Yo, Kunda, you are my first Patreon member, and it's the first time I'm seeing you guys, my man. You get a wrench. What's going on, Kunda? Heat Point Productions. I'll be using my GPUs for heat generation this winter, even if it's not profitable. Makes me some heat. I'll probably be doing the same thing, Keypoint. I'll probably do the same thing. Jason, I wouldn't mind seeing Nintendo Switch mining cryptocurrency. I don't know if that's possible. I do have access to for content purposes. I could see. I'll have to look into that. I'll get back to you on that one, Jason. That one I do not know. It depends on the Kunda Bigs. Hey, big honor for me then. F.A. Yeah. Like, makes sense. Makes me wonder how many game systems could be turned into crypto miners. Yeah. Some of that just kind of depends on the power usage, though. With each gaming console, got to remember, older hardware less efficient with the power usage. Just because the components that they were going through weren't energy efficient. A lot of times, the closer you can get point A to point B together, the more efficient they are, and it's even more necessary with inside of the VGA cores or CPU cores is to get that density, because the shorter the pathway, the more efficient it is, the less heat it's going to generate between joints. So there's a lot of little different things that goes into mining that is going to influence the power usage, heat generation, and what your, the return rate after you start mining. Yeah, Nintendo stuff can run on 9-volt for sure. It's always fun to kind of just mess around and try it. Like, I know people that, like, some of the computers that were used to get some of the guys onto the moon. People have mined with them because they were FPGAs, right? If you guys don't know what an FPGA is, a field programmable gate array. And if you guys don't know what that is still, think of it this way. This is the easiest way I can explain what an FPGA is to people. You use it more often than you think. If you've ever used a vending machine in any way, shape, or form, that there is a FPGA. Whenever you're sitting there pressing in the letter for, you push the number for what row, the letter for what product line. That is an FPGA. You are programming it to send the arm out, right? To grab that product or push the product out, whether it's a bag of chips or a drink or something like that, right? That is all FPGA technology right there. All your communications, 99% of communications are done with FPGAs because the throughput and the versatility on them are perfect. Like, having a headache of a day trying to get set up a Flux node. Oh, if you're having a problem with the Flux node, Kunda, go into the Discord and hit up my man Crypto Mikkel. He knows how to do that stuff. Or go into the Discord and just ask about it. There's a few people in the Discord that already have running nodes, but my man Crypto Mikkel has the Cumulus node. I think that's the one he has. Oh God, I don't remember. So yeah, talk to him. He'll be able to help you out if you're having any kind of issues. He would love to help you out on that. This is a project that he holds near and dear. I like the project because I like using their wallet. They got a product that I like to use, so I'll support them. So you're getting a decent amount of first experiences and some annoying third and fourth time errors. Yep. So yeah, get a hold of Crypto Mikkel. He'd be more than happy to help you. That's my business partner. All that good stuff. Anything else, guys? I mean, I'm. This is the AMA section, guys. So ask away, guys. You're talking to somebody who's as knowledge as Red Panda Mining, and Red Panda Mining has nicknamed me GPU Jesus. I'm not kidding. I forget the video which it's on, where he called me GPU Jesus, and the name kind of stuck with me a little bit. Like, I'll try hitting up Mikkel then. It's a Cumulus I'm trying to set up. Okay, cool. He'd probably be your man to get that up and going for you. It's like, Jason, how many ASICs are you expecting to have at the mining location? I plan on myself. I'm going to transition into more being Bitcoin ASIC centric. I've got to basically make sure what I'm getting involved with, it's sustainable long term for me, right? So I will be doing that. It's hard to say what the clients will be, what all you guys are going to be sending me. We will also be offering, we will have it set up so that you can even purchase ASICs through us, and we can ship them directly to you, or you can purchase them and then have them hosted with us. And then whenever you don't want to be hosted anymore, and you're like, hey, can you send my stuff back home? You pay the shipping, it's yours. That's basically how it really boils down to. You pay the shipping, and I'll ship it out. At the end of the day, it's not my equipment. I know I've inventoried what my equipment is. That's all 100% inventoried with the company. So there's no playing anything shady here. That's the last thing I want. Everybody will be inventorying their own stuff, but it's hard to say what. I mean, a lot of you guys, from what I hear, a lot of you guys are GPU focused. I'm the bigger ASIC miner out of most of the people that I speak with, but there are some people that do get into ASIC mining like myself. Kunda, you saw that video too where he called me the GPU Jesus. On RTM, they have interesting stuff going on. Raptorium, it doesn't see, it's been around for long enough to say that they're not going to try to like rug pull anybody. So they get that like little check mark from me. Outside of that, it's really hard to say. It depends on how much the developers are builders. The more that I see developers building, the more successful the project is. Whenever they start building a project and then having issues with the project and they never seem to be able to sort the issues out, that's usually where I see the project die. Or you just see they get the project up and rolling and it's a good project, everything's smooth on it, but there's no no build out after that. It's like you can't just stop there. This is not the Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will not come. You got to give them a reason to come. It's like a baseball game. It's like you can build a baseball field and only have it open during the night, but unless you have lights on there, nobody's coming. That's the equivalent of how I look at some of these projects. It's like you built a baseball field thinking everybody was going to come, but it's the middle of the night and you have no lights. How are they going to play? It's like that. So does Raptorium have what it takes to make it through the bear market cycle? That'll be the bigger pick. The bigger thing is, do they have enough community to bring them through this cycle? If yes, then it'll have potential upside during the next bull run. Potential. Again, you're gambling at this point. Unless they have something really big being built on there that people are hyping about, or it's something that's going to be really kind of innovative in their space. I put them into the same categories as a lot of the other coins. Monero's got great privacy. Okay. Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum. Okay. It's like what's being built out on these things? Nothing. It's not Bitcoin, where Bitcoin's building finance. Everything else is going to be, what is your use case? Don't be a one-trick pony on here. Like I'm trying to be the jack of all trades. Got into crypto with GPUs, and it has accumulated surplus to expand to a Flux node soon. Another, and I expect a BTC ASIC to be hosted at the family mine. Yo, that's what's up, my man. That's what's up. I love that stuff. So we got a definite confirmation here of a few more ASICs than what I'm going to be personally running. So we have one, at least minimum of one more than me. I'm planning on having as many Bitcoin ASICs as I could possibly get my hands on. With that being said, it doesn't mean I'm going to give up GPU mining. This is going to be the staple. This is how I got started. GPUs will always have that warm little spot in my heart. I'm just not going to do what Red Panda has done, which was doing the big build out like he has on GPUs. I'm not going to do the same thing as Carter from Bits Be Trippin', where he, at Bits Be Trippin' at his height had like 4,500 GPUs rolling, all the way from RX 470s and up. So I've seen these big giant mega GPU farms, and for the most part, the GPU siding of them, they're all shut down. And a lot of them went over to ASIC mining for Ethereum, and they're shut down now. They're done. Unless they were Bitcoin mining next to it, they're done. Sheriff, sir, can you please tell us what you think of Pi blockchain? No. I'm not a Pi chain guy. I do not recommend anybody to touch that. That was something that whenever I got introduced into PiCoin, it was going around as a random text message from people. It was just like a random spammed out text message to everybody I knew's cell phone, right? And that is a direct sign that there's something that's like a big red flag in my book. To see that it has no development on there, it is not open sourced, and has, even if people don't lose their money on there right off the bat, people will lose their money. I don't recommend anybody to touch that. If you have, I'm sorry. Think we will ever learn who the real Satoshi is? Oh, hell no. And does it even matter who the real Satoshi is at the end of the day? I don't think I would ever want the real Satoshi to come out. I believe that he passed away. There's a few suspected people who that it could have been, because right at the time of Satoshi Nakamoto stopped being a part of the Bitcoin Reddit, a couple of people passed away at the same time that were part of the development team that everybody knew. So there's that. There could be that this was a CIA operative, because you got to remember, the SHA algorithm is government encryption. So SHA-256 is an iteration that was designed from the government. The United States government created the SHA encryption. So hard to say. Could even be the United States government made this, and it got out of control. Maybe a secret agent inside of the government decided to have a conscience, right? And when he had a conscience, he made Bitcoin. And it was a mistake on his part, and he was executed. I don't know. To me, I don't really care either. It's just fun to kind of entertain the thought of, it's like you could think of, you could probably make a movie on that, of who Satoshi Nakamoto is. No problem, Sheriff. Or Sheriff. Like, yep, QR codes, tramp stamps. Yeah, exactly. Mine now. That's ironic. It's like I was 104 on mine. Can't recall without looking which is which. Try visiting the Run on Flux website under mining. There is a link to the community page with overclocks for most cards. Yeah. Or you can always get up into the Discord, and people in the Discord will be more than happy to help out. You can be part of the Patreon and get a little one-on-one help, and I'll help walk you through your whole farm. So, bam. There are many, many, many ways of getting your overclocks so they can be stable. So does anybody else have any other comments or questions before I sign up out of here, guys? Thank you all for being here. You guys all rock. Any other comments or questions? I know there's like a small little delay. Then I'm going to get up out of here. Crypto Crag with the FA. Definitely everybody drop that FA in the chat, guys. Spam that FA, because all you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! No problem, Budweiser. Hey, everybody, drop that FA in the chat, guys. Definitely. We'll end this right here. If you guys are like gaming and stuff like that, definitely check out Crypto and Hot Rods Gaming on YouTube or Crypto and Hot Rods on Twitch. It's where I've pushed all of my gaming content, my long-form gaming, sim racing, and all that good stuff. If that interests you, definitely give that subscribe to you guys. And with that, I'll definitely see you all on the next one. Peace out, stay savage, and of course, mine on. Yo! And get into the Patreon. You want to be in the Family Mine LLC. It's where once you're there, you're family. You want to be part of the family. I already know this, right? Good. Peace.